Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Martin in punt formation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57's the mark. Watch 57.
Looking to throw. Whalen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. Whalen. And the pressure gets to him again. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 24-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going. – '
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
That's the score, Packers 10, 49ers nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Whalen. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Whalen able to hit his target, Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 2nd down. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whalen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Jacobs. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on now. Let's do this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
56.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert, boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Looking to throw on second down. Whalen, that's complete left side to Shepard. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jacobs now. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Looking to throw. Whalen. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
It is good. Makes the score Niners 14, Packers 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st down, Whalen. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr. And going deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Makes the score Niners 21, Packers 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's a definite.
That's caught at the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Sterling Shepard. 75 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the 31, Carr. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. Carr now to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down. Whalen, he's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the gun, Whalen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Big stop, let's go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the out, watch the out.
Throwing again. Whalen. Left side to Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whalen. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sterling Shepard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. He's got him in, complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
For the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Check 31, check 31.
Back to throw. Whalen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Back to you. Plus 56.
Operating from the gun. Whalen looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, Maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, 734.
From the gun, Carr. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And this is 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Carr. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Packer 1st down.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
To Philip Dorsett.
Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 34, Packers 27. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing on first down. Whalen throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Looking to throw. Whalen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try the left side. Monroe. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
Now Carr. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And this is 3rd down.
From the gun, Carr. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete to Tyreek.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st down, Monroe. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Number 41.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now. Monroe, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
34. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Whalen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, Whalen. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. K'Wan Short picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Set the tone, defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Whalen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Nothing less, baby.
Picked off at the 17. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Whalen steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 3rd down. Whalen. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. Off the play fake. Whalen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career. But he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
50 seconds to mark. 50 seconds to mark. There we go.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Niners 42, Packers 41. Robbie Gould to kick.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And this is 3rd down.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and the 3rd one winning. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Today's final score, Packers.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Green Bay, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.